from Sacramento, California. It's day 4 of the U.S. ATF Outdoor Track and Field National Championships, and we start our day 4 coverage on NBC Sports Gold with the men's and women's 20K National Race Walk Championships. We'll start the men's race at 6:45, the women's race 1 minute behind at 6:46. Let's run you through our competitors starting in the men's race. Matthew DeWitt from Parkside AC, John Cody Risch from Q Elite, Olympian John Nunn, who competes for the U.S. Army High Performance Team, Nick Christie from San Diego Pole Vault, Alexander Bellavance competing unattached, Anthony Joseph Gridaro of Shore AC, Anthony Peters from St. Ambrose, Joseph Fowler competing unattached, Emmanuel Corvera, who represents the New York Athletic Club, Ian Watley from Warriors Track Club, Matthew Forgas competing unattached, and Dave Talcott representing Shore AC. The women's field, of course, highlighted by Olympian Maria Michtakoff. Field looks like this: Katie Smith, Miranda Melville, Chelsea Conway, Erin Taylor Talcott, Teresa Vale, Robin Stevens, Katie Burnett, Maria Michtakoff, Molly Josephs, Amberly Melendez, Stephanie Casey, Melissa Moeller, and Anali Cisneros, last year's US ATF Junior Champion. Be joined by Tracy Sunland throughout the course of the day. Tracy, it'll be 20 laps around this 1K circuit. Conditions are perfect this morning in Sacramento.
All the distance runners are very unhappy that they were not here right now.
Temperature only around 60 degrees, a slight breeze, not a cloud in the sky, and they are set to get things going for the men's national championship 1 minute later. The women will take place. This is a field of 11 in the men's national championship, field of 13 in the women's championship, and they are on their mark. We're off. The men's 20-kilometer race walk national championship, looking to send athletes to the London World Championships. John Nunn, the favorite veteran race walker in that group, but it's a competitive field, looking to put together a really strong performance in perfect conditions on this 1K course.
Now note, we're about to start our women's race here. We have 2 Olympians in this race. Miranda Melville and Maria Michtakoff both already have the standard, because in addition to being in the top 3, you have to have the standard. In the women's race, the standard is 1 hour and 36 minutes. In the men's race, it's 1 hour and 24. In my opinion, we really have 3 ladies here that have a good shot at that. Katie Burnett, in addition to Maria and Miranda, who already have that standard.
So for Maria Michtakoff and Miranda Melville, all they need to do is finish in the top 3, and they're headed to the World Championships. Anyone else who finishes in the top 3 would still need to hit that standard time. And the women's race is underway. Again, 20 laps around this 1K course. We'll keep you up to date throughout this broadcast. Likely the men's race, you're looking for a time somewhere for the favorites in about the 1 hour 25 to 1 hour and 30 minute range. You mentioned that women's standard need to get sub 136.
The answer to that is yes, but one minor correction. They do not have to finish in the top 3 if they've got the standard.
Yes.
So it'll be the top 3 across the line that have the standard.
Yes.
Now, I think it's going to be a stretch on the men's side to have somebody with the standard. John Nunn has walked that fast when he was specializing at 20K, but he moved up to the 50. He has clearly physically been ready to do so for a while. But now, John's nearing the end of his career. I don't know whether this will be his last national championship. He's just gotten into PA school. He's 39. He's tired of looking at all these young people that he keeps swatting off like flies. But a single dad in the Army, about to go to PA school. Last December, he was elected chairman of the USA Track and Field's Race Walking National Committee. I believe the first active athlete ever to be so honored. So there's very few people I know that have more things on his plate than John Nunn.
He's a 14-time national champion, and speaking of on his plate, he also runs a gourmet cookie business with his daughter called Ella's Cookies, Decadent Cookies by Daddy and Daughter. You can order those cookies online. He said he creates the recipes. His daughter Ella is the taste tester. If she approves, they go on the menu. If not, that's as far as the recipe goes.
he also coaches his local high school track team. And this is Nick Christie, who, as usual, has taken off in the lead.
Emmanuel Corvera is in second. Then it's John Nunn and John Cody Rich, your top four.
All expected. The Emmanuel Corvera, currently in second in the New York AC uniform, is the first person to have beaten John in a number of years. When he beat him at the Pan Am Cup in Lima, Peru in May. Can he redo that? I hear he's been a little ill in the last few days. But he's immediately trying to establish himself. Do I think he can walk 124 and even under the best of circumstances? Probably not. But he can certainly put it out there. Nick Christie has the talent, but he historically goes out too fast and dies. He has yet to figure out how to do his feeding.
Nick Christie has the lead through the first lap, 25 years old from San Diego. He was on the U.S. team at the Pan Am Race Walking Cup this year where he finished 29th. Corvera is second. And then John Nunn and John Cody Rich come across basically equally in third.
All looking good.
And here's the women's field. We see Maria Michta-Coffey in the lead. Michta-Coffey in first place after the opening 300 meters or so. And unsurprisingly, right on her hip is the other American Olympian, Miranda Melville.
And they're both coached by Tim Seaman, perhaps the most prolific USA track and field national champion ever. I think he had 47 different championships when he retired. And he coaches the two ladies. He also coaches Emmanuel Corvera.
You mentioned that name, Tim Seaman, and so many of these athletes that are here competing at this event point to him as a figure who helped influence them into race walking, even if not currently their coach. Nick Christie, for example, said Tim Seaman spotted him running cross country in high school and suggested that, hey, the race walk might be the right event for you.
Nick was also a pole vaulter and a hurdler. So, and that really indicates where we have to be going as a sport. We have to find better athletes. The better athletes that we can get in the sport ultimately will have better performances nationally, internationally. Some of the best race walkers in the world are multi-sport athletes.
Michta-Coffey and Melville are for their first lap, 19 more to go. Both Olympians last year. Melville, the 2015 USATF Outdoor National Champ in this event. For Maria Michta-Coffey, 2 Olympics, both times in the top 30, 28th in London and 22nd in Rio.
In third in the ladies' race, about 20 meters back right now, is Katie Burnett. Katie's the current American champion and record holder at 50 kilometers. A race which is now officially an IAAF championship race, or recognized for world records. My hope is that it will be added to the Olympic program. There's impetus to do that because both the IAAF and the IOC want parity in all the events, and this is the only event in our sport which there isn't a women's equivalent. That's the 50 kilometers. And these ladies can walk. I mean, she walked 4:26. Currently in fourth right there is Erin Taylor Talcott, who held the former world record at 4:32. When Katie walked 4:26, walked 4:29. I think they're about third or fourth now on the new list presided by the IAAF. But a young lady from Portugal walked 4:08, which would win some of our national championships.
In the men's race, they're coming around close to closing out the second lap of 20. Nick Christie, a fast starter, is still out in front. Still, it's Emmanuel Corvera in second, John Nunn and John Cody Rich walking stride for stride, currently in third place. Talked a lot about athletes here in the race walk who oftentimes have so much else on their plate. Another one of those athletes, of course, is Maria Michta-Coffey. 33-time national champ. She's also a PhD from the Icahn School of Medicine at Mount Sinai in biomedical science. She works as an adjunct college professor, and on top of that, in all her spare time, she helps train a lot of the young athletes on Long Island and works as a volunteer assistant coach for the track team at her alma mater, Sachem East High School.
And one of her athletes was second yesterday in the junior championships and is headed to Peru as a part of our Junior Pan Am delegation this summer.
Here comes 2K down, 18K to go for Nick Christie. Christie set the NAIA record for the 3,000-meter race walk when competing at Missouri Baptist, where he was a two-time NAIA champ. You'll see most of these elite athletes that